Hello, what's up? So, a bit of a delay with editing the video that was supposed to come out today. So, I'm gonna make this live kind of video, a little bit impromptu, and talk about this one video I did, which was about, I think I called it, Why Should You Not Care About What Others Think of You, or How to Not Care of What Others Think of You, in fact. And it did pretty well actually. It got a lot of views, a lot of people liked it, but it also seems to have upset some people because a lot of people left the channel and so on. And I think there can be a bit of a misconception about what I mean when I say not care about others think of you. Of course I'm not making the case for not caring about people in general. Of course not. Of course, compassion and kindness and empathy and love are central to emotional health and emotional intelligence and joy and gratitude and all of that. So of course I don't mean we should absolutely give up on caring about what people think of us. But what I was trying to capture, what the insight was that we cannot possibly take care of everyone. There is a certain arrogance, there is a certain perfectionism for wanting everyone to like us. So let's take this. Let's take this stream right here. And I'm recording from my webcam essentially because, as I said, I was not able to get the video out there. We're still working on the editing of what was supposed to come out today. And some of you might look at it and say that, hey, this is not professional. Some of you might look at my lighting and say, my face is not visible. Some of you might say that there's a lack of production quality in it and you're not as enthusiastic. Yeah. But is it worthwhile for me to not put something out there? Because some of you might think like that. Because I know there will be some of you who would benefit from this. I know there will be some of it who prefer that I say something and keep my consistency than make a perfect video. And for me, internally, what does it do for me? Like, of course, I want to create the best videos I can. I want to make them polished. I want to make them high production value. But at the same time, I cannot possibly be perfect, and I cannot possibly do it all the time. And this is the first time in months that anything has not come out, and the reason for that is because we are trying to make it better and better and better. So I think there might be more of this. You might see me more often like this, and I like it. I like this informal style. I like talking to you like that. So I could not do it, and I could care about the minority who sort of dislike this, but I could also live in my reality, and in my reality, it is actually okay to show up informal. In fact, if you look at data behind the scenes, you will actually find that this thing doesn't really matter that much. Like production quality, sure, it makes some difference, especially for newcomers. But as long as the content you're sharing is quality, as long as what you're sharing is important and it touches people, then there's some solid evidence, and YouTube is great at that in that way. Like I don't think you can make a film like this and it will ever be successful, but somehow YouTube appreciates this organic nature. Somehow it appreciates this impromptu nature, and I find both of them pretty valuable. Yes, most of the times you're gonna get those fancy camera pans, you're gonna get those fancy lighting and all of that, and that is one side of me. And then this is the other side of me. This is more vulnerable, more raw. I typically don't have scripts anyway, and one of the videos that is going to come out in a few weeks is going to be on public speaking. But I have some sort of an idea, some sort of a bullet point list. So this feels very different. This feels like I'm having a conversation. This doesn't feel like I'm talking to you from a stage, trying to educate you or trying to share what I've learned, but it feels like I'm just like chatting, and it feels like it's more friendly, it's more intimate, and I think it's quite valuable. So I hope the clarification was helpful, and I hope when you think of not caring about what people think of you, it's actually to care most about what you truly value. Mark Manson wrote the book of The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F, and I haven't read it actually, but one of his key points is, this is coming from the talks I watched around this, is that it's not about not caring or not giving an F, but it's more about giving an F for things that you do value. And it's the same with not caring about what others think of you. It's not about not caring of your spouse or your significant other, or your core friends or your family, but it's more about not caring about the random person who's come across you for the first time and is just judgmental. Like, that does not deserve our attentions. And most people will be random people who don't know us. Most people will be just commenting. And most people will love to judge and love to comment and love to have their opinions. And you'll see that in politics a lot, where the job of a head of a nation, a head of a state, is quite a hard job, and the job of a criticizer of a head of a nation state is a relatively easy job. And I'm not saying don't criticize people. Of course, criticism is valuable, but something that we should know is with leaders and heads of states, they have a lot to do. And similarly, for our lives, if we are not caring about what people think of us, if you're at that stage of contemplating that, then it probably also means that you're doing something that is leadership oriented. Maybe you are leading in some ways, and that's the only fuel that can help you weather the storms of people disliking you, or people rejecting you, or people saying bad things about you. Now, of course, don't get me wrong, people will also say good things about you. People will also say interesting, and they will praise you and they'll compliment you, and that is welcome as well. But part of the territory of leading, part of the territory of putting yourself out there, part of the territory of confidence is at least being open to the possibility that people might dislike us, and being open to the possibility of I'm not for everyone. And that is actually a stance of humility. I find that, you know what, I'm awesome. I think I have a lot of important things to share, but at the same time, it's not going to resonate with everyone, because everyone is at different places, everyone have different backgrounds, and that's okay. And there's that certain letting go and certain humility in knowing that I'm not going to appeal to everyone. Whew. And so what I hope is, if I'm appealing to you, then you'll enjoy this channel, you enjoy the podcast, you enjoy the IG, and you benefit a lot, and you learn a lot about emotional intelligence and health and psychology. That's my core mission, and I hope you are learning a lot. Let me know what you've been learning in this channel so far, what things are resonating. I'd love to hear more, and let me know if you like these sorts of informal, sitting, casual chats. If you enjoy that, I'd be grateful to know. But good connecting, even though I don't have a polished video. I love connecting you with this way. I was trying to go live, but it didn't work somehow, so I just recorded a very quick video on my computer and just posting it unedited, raw, from me to you.